Mm. La declaración clave no, esa no la tengo. No puedo... No sé, voy a hacerle más... Igual puedo hacerle más preguntas. Ya puedo hacer un montón de preguntas.
Yeah.
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
Yo creo que no la usa, es decorativo.
What's with the broken glass? Poppy's piano music. I remember when she started learning. She's improved a lot since then.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
Right. Of course.
Oh, mira qué bonito habla de Poppy.
Any idea who this is?
No idea. Wait, those are mine, the earmuffs. They went missing about a week ago.
Hace una
What are
semana.
earmuffs for?
I use them for gardening sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No. I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
We found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, could have been a long time. We don't ever really clear up the rooftop garden.
Why not?
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone. I've seen beetles with brightly colored shells, metallic shells even. They're relatively common, especially around here.
Yo alguna
There's
vez
a
lo he hecho
difference
también,
between
Mickey,
that
sí.
and actual gold.
It can't be actual gold. Gold is just inside the earth or whatever. You can't make it. That's called alchemy. It was a whole thing.
Penelope's 3 favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they like her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have names. Penelope loves to name things.
Do you remember what she named them?
I do not. A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean
Ok.
anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to.
Pero pero ¿cómo no va a tener ninguna razón para ir a la torre Pointer si es su prometida?
Those petals, they,
What?
they're red.
Oigan, puedo hacerle preguntas de la peña.
I imagine you don't visit the astronomy tower too often, do you?
No, but I still see Pointer, sometimes. He's always curious about what I'm growing in the greenhouse. Asks me about the birds, too, and insects. He's
Porque
pretty
está
clued up on
buscando
his
el
evolutionary
escarabajo
biology.
I
dorado.
didn't think there was much overlap between astronomy and biology.
Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be.
Oh,
People think she's... well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing? Recently.
Good. It's good.
ajá. Y un coño.
Poppy and I are friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair, an average of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
No.
There's something about the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower. Holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
So, if it wasn't a knife, what was it?
Igual la paleta esta. Parece un cuchillo.
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
Desde las notas lo puedo ver. No sabría. A ver. En el cuarto de Penny. A cuidar la flor, supongo, ¿no?
An ornate trowel is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes?
I've never seen it before.
¿Cómo no lo vas a haber visto?
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
Hombre, la fruta en la maceta. Es exactamente la misma tierra y la misma maceta, solo que esa tiene pintado un corazón.
Let's take a closer look at these.
La maceta y la tierra. En el cuarto de Penny coincide con la maceta y la tierra. Me la traje para el almuerzo. Encontramos en el invernadero de Fitz.
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse. Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed.
Pues
I
sí,
wanted the colors
fíjate.
to be exactly right.
That's some gift.
Turns out Penny isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again, when she's not there. Water the flower, change the soil. Just trying to keep it alive.
Como vuestro amor. Vale, pero ¿y esto para qué es?
A little chart of, actually, I have no idea what.
Ah, espera, esto está en la habitación de esta señora. Está en la habitación de esta señora. Vamos a la
What do you
habitación.
make of it?
Not a whole lot.
Vamos a la habitación de esta señora.
What is all this?
Ah, no, no era esto. Era otro, en otro sitio.
Did you notice a chalkboard?
Is this a library or a class?
Ah, sí. Ah, pensaba que sería algo de esto. A ver, le saca una foto, entonces voy a mirar la foto. ¿Qué va? ¿Qué va? Yo diría que esto no se parece. Ni a un girándolo ni nada, yo creo, ¿eh? Pues no sé para qué servirá esa cosa. Va, no sé, voy a hacer preguntas de todo a todos.
Who is that in the photo?
I'm quite
Estoy en
sure
la
that I
mitad.
have no idea.
Y un coño con esa carita.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues. What a mess. Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny. They were dropped by birds, I think.
My argument stands. Now this is interesting. Where did you find it?
In the astronomy tower.
And yet, it
65%
does
más o
not
menos.
concern the field of astronomy.
Nope.
In fact, you could even say that entomology is the exact opposite of astronomy.
Yeah.
¿Por qué lo he
You
puesto?
could.
I would not say that, however.
Oh. You wouldn't?
No, it would be quite naive. To study science in any field is to study the connections between all matter in the universe, living or inanimate. I require facts. What do you know?
No le había enseñado esto.
Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Apart from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife. I am scared of birds.
Why?
It is an irrational fear. I have no suitable explanation.
Oh.
It is a flower. It reminds me of something, but I cannot say what. Who is this her to whom the message refers?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Then how can I meaningfully evaluate this object? Next! Name, Percival Pointer. Age, 57. Profession, none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh, yes, of course. How uncharacteristically forgetful of me. Name: Penelope Pointer. Age: 27. Profession: ornithologist. Likes: birds. Dislikes: insects. Notes: Penelope is very beautiful. I have never had very much in common with her.
Oh.
Name: Poppy Pointer. Age: 19. Profession: oh. Apparently, Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, I had of course originally written pianist, but she has crossed that out and written the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Logro desbloqueado es mi expediente del caso. ¿Eso es que le pregunto le enseña a todo el mundo el expediente o qué? Los primeros que entraron fueron Poppy y Fitz. Sí, eso está claro porque fue el que abrió la puerta. El que tumbó la puerta es el único que tiene la fuerza para tumbar esa puerta. Eso está claro. Entonces subieron estos dos. De la que subieron, ella volvió a bajar. Avisó a Poppy. Avisó a Fifi. Este señor es el que esta no me cuadra. Joder, mira, es que todas las cosas que no le enseñaba a este señor.
It was in the library.
Really? How odd. Why would someone lock up a book like that?
We think it's a secret diary.
Ah, teenagers are funny, aren't they? These drawings are quite precious. I'm surprised Flora let you see them.
What happened to the bird? Did it die?
I don't know.
Qué mal
Seems
conoces.
likely, though, doesn't it?
Qué mal conoces a tu esposa, ¿eh?
Why don't you ask Fiona about that one? Looks like her area of expertise. I've never seen that before. Looks valuable. That looks like it might belong to Fitz. Now this is still in very good condition. Apart from the crack, of course.
What about those shards on the inside of the horn?
Looks like somebody broke a glass and was trying to conceal the evidence. Cunning. I've never been one for music. Why not ask
Music.
Poppy instead? Oh dear.
Do you know who this is?
Not a clue.
Porque todos insisten en no saber quién
The
es y nadie me lo
statue was up in
dice.
the rooftop garden.
Yes, it's been there a while. You can see the brass is slightly tarnished by the elements, but it's not too bad. Might be salvageable. Is that a clue? Really?
It might be.
Sí, y la he usado, la he usado.
What's this all about? Some kind of rare jewel?
I'm pretty sure
Todavía
the
no lo
research
sé.
is about a rare
Todavía no lo sé,
insect.
Mickey.
If it's made of gold, then it's made of gold. Bizarre things, aren't they? Penelope seems rather attached to them.
Do you not feel sorry for them in that little cage?
Come now, I'm sure they could leave if they really wanted to. That looks like it might belong to Fitz. Goodness me!
Buah, es que a este no le he preguntado por
My
nadie.
daughter Fiona, our little burgeoning genius. You've met her?
We did. She's going by Fifi these days.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago, what's wrong with your real name? She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of syllables. She makes up the strangest things when she's under pressure.
What makes you think she made that up?
I happen to know the real reason she prefers Fifi over Fiona.
Oh, yeah?
It's what Freya called her.
Oh. Se hace llamar Fifi porque Freya la llamaba Fifi. Oh, qué mono.
Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant to, because we both wear, you know, red capes of a sort.
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say.
Hombre, es que hablas mucho,
I
señor.
heard on the grapevine Supposedly, Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item. Something called the Golden Beetle.
Joder, pero me lo habría
Honestly,
dicho.
It's probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it. Fitz? I don't trust him. He's slippery. Never commits to anything. Brain like an onion.
Ya, eso es cierto, Mickey.
Did you two have an argument?
No, but my daughter doesn't like him at all. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. She's a very vigilant young woman. Percival Pointer. Good old... So, what do you reckon? Is he the murderer?
I don't know, maybe. We still need...
That is not information we're willing to share at this time.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old Pointer. Just because he's always struggled to support his family. Slightly pathetic, really.
And how long have you known him?
Over 35 years.
Childhood friends? Rivals?
Don't know if I'd do him the honor of considering him my rival.
¿Cómo te tienen tirria? Se tienen tirria esos dos, en plan... Felix y Pointer, sí, tiene pinta.
Penelope seems to have really settled into a groove. She struggled a bit when she was younger. Always a little estranged.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle. And he really only makes time for his own daughter. Now, of course, she's bringing the two families together through her marriage. It's a nice gesture, heartfelt, but futile.
Futile.
Poppy's a good friend to my daughter. Always has.
Ya, ahora la leo,
I think
Warren.
they get on well because they're so different.
Different like how?
Poppy is, she's quite introspective, good with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
La combinación está dibujada en la otra hoja. Cuando la memorices, destrúyela. No estoy de acuerdo con tus razones. No lo encontrarás ahí abajo. Vale, esto yo creo que es una carta de alguien para Freya, que le decía que en plan la combinación está en otro lado, en la otra hoja que estaba en este sobre, que Freya se la llevó consigo para ir a la fuente para hacer el puzzle este de la rana con el arpa, y el no lo encontrarás ahí abajo yo creo que se refiere al escarabajo dorado. Creo. Podría seguir enseñando cosas a la gente, pero yo no sé si serviría de mucho. Declaraciones de sospechosos.
All the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
Vale.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room.
Just outside my room.
Door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the Fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the Fellow Tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me.
¿Por qué estáis en la habitación de Fitz?
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as
¿Qué hace el otro en la... ¿Qué hace este
We
aquí?
left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope.
¿Por qué entro en la habitación de este?
To find Professor Pointer. So I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
Vale, ¿y ahora? Necesito interrogar al resto de personas. ¿A quién no he interrogado?
Professor Pointer is a respectable astronomer. Keeps himself to himself. What?
We're just surprised.
That was the most polite you've been about anyone.
Ajá.
I find her rather embarrassing. Little more than a spoiled child.
Penny must be at least
El tipo del
25.
taller no sabemos por qué sale del cuarto de Fitz. Ah, eso sí. Eso no lo sé.
Is that a clue?
Don't know. It was important enough to be framed, though.
I framed my law degree. Doesn't make it a clue.
Same? Yeah?
Who's that?
Not sure. It doesn't really look like anyone we've met so far.
Strange. One of 3 statues depicting the same creature. This one is wearing headphones. Perhaps they belong to someone who likes music.
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music. Do you also have a pile of leaves as a clue?
Oh, not yet. Did you see some suspicious leaves?
Where did you find this?
Do you have any theories about where this might have been?
Or who might have had it.
I have several theories, but they are my theories, and I'm not going to share them. 3 birds, 1 cage. What makes them worth keeping cooped up, I wonder? Would they not be happier flying free?
Supongo que la teoría de que Hawkshaw mató a Freya de alguna forma es un poco ridícula para recuperar el escarabajo, para buscar información sobre el escarabajo dorado, ¿no?
And you consider that important evidence, do you? These people really are ridiculous, aren't they?
Uy, no quería hacer eso, quería mirar las personas. Puedo mirar las personas, ¿no? Quien no me ha dado... Pointer no me ha dado más info. Vamos a verla, a ver si me salta lo de la declaración.
That's rather a small cage for 3 birds, isn't it? But then, aren't we all trapped in a
¿Cómo consigo que
cage?
se me haga la declaración?
What kind of flower is that?
We're not sure. I think it might be the only one of its kind.
Primrose would know. My wife was a floriculturalist. Best in the field. That's a flower joke, but she was.
Interesting.
Well now, that is most definitely none of my business. Quite possibly none of yours either.
Te faltará enseñar alguna pista a alguien, seguramente. Pues a visitar a la gente. ¿Te imaginas?
What do you think of your husband's hobby?
Do you have any hobbies?
Do you recognize any of these feathers?
Do you know anything about this beetle? Do you know anything about these birds? Or birds in general? We met Felix, your husband. He's one of our suspects, and he seems pretty suspicious if you ask me. So, if you want to stick up for him, now's your chance.
Nice try.
Nah.
We spoke to your daughter Fifi. She's some kind of super intelligent scientist. You must be proud of her.
No va a decir nada, ¿no? Pero es que solo quiero preguntarla por si acaso. Nunca se sabe.
I assume she didn't get anything out of you either. I bet that really ticked her off.
Do you and Fitz have anything to do with each other? Other than your initials?
Mm-mm.
You know the guy in the other tower? Weird astronomy professor guy?
Can you see him from your window? Can he see you?
What do you know about Penny?
I can't really imagine those two being friends, to be honest.
You never know. Do you and Poppy get along?
Nothing. Shocker. Rumor, what could you possibly be writing down?
Oh no, I gave up making notes ages ago.
Ajá.
Now I'm just doodling in the margins.
Y que sí, dibujitos, dibujitos. Lo mejor, lo mejor. Vale, pues nada.
Eavesdrop what the stars are saying. Earthly tether, slowly fraying. Floating, helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet.
Ok, Minky.
Feathers flashing in the light from a sunbeam gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage. Yeah, it's mine.
Oh.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized. I don't know what that is.
Weird, considering we found it hidden in your room.
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean like... Please stop talking to me.
Do you know where those earmuffs came from?
I put them there.
Why?
I found them lying around. I think they belonged to Fitz. I put them on the statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones. Like he's in the recording studio with his guitar.
La verdad que sí, está gracioso.
No?
If they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway. Can't remember exactly. I see a lot of birds up in the rooftop garden. They seem to really like it up there.
Why's that?
It's quiet. You get some weird insects around here. I've never seen one like that.
I'm not sure anyone has.
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles in a box in her room.
Why?
For fun, obviously. I think it's kinda cruel to keep 3 birds in one cage like that.
Does Penny not let them out to fly?
Oh, she does. She must do. But I don't think they're allowed to go far. Penny can be a little protective. Never seen that one before. Was it in the greenhouse?
No, we found it in Penny's room.
Right.
Oh.
Those petals.
What about them?
It's nothing. They're just unusual. Yeah, it's mine.
What's so special about it?
I got it from my
English, please.
teacher.
Oh, it's okay.
It's the first piece I ever learned.
Welcome and thank you for the
How long have you
raid.
been
Thank you so
playing?
much.
Since the day I turned
I'm playing.
6.
I hope
I'm
your
a
stream
tradition.
was
really
nice. I
excited
don't know
to
what you
start
were playing.
learning. As soon as I
But
got out
I
of my
hope you
first
have
lesson, I
fun.
told Freya and Fifi all
And
about
thanks for
it.
the host.
When I arrived at my
I'm
second
playing
lesson the
Tangle
next day,
Tower, which is like a
Freya
puzzle
was there
game.
too. She hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me if she'd
Fall
stepped up.
Guys,
But
nice.
one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
Can you play the tune for us?
Hope you have fun.
Sure? It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Ah, mira, a esta le falta por estas 3 cosas.
That blade.
It's a troll for gardening.
It is. Why did Poppy leave shards of glass all over this statue?
What makes you think it was Poppy?
The statue lives in the music room. Who else would it be? An item from Poppy's childhood. Her earliest piano lessons hold some special significance for her.
Why's that?
No idea. She has never graced me with the details, and I am not forthcoming enough to ask.
You two are friends, right?
We are, yes.
But
It is clear to me now that Poppy has become tired of my company.
is it anything to do with Freya?
Oh, no. The changes in Poppy's mood have nothing to do with Freya. Her concerns simply lie elsewhere.
Every astronomy tower.
I want to try.
Ah, no, no. ¿Me deja mirar? Ah, claro. Antes no me dejaba mirar. Claro, Warren, claro.
You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting. I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle.
It's that little plant Flora keeps on the window ledge.
Don't you think it would fall off? In the wind.
Maybe it's glued down.
I can see the doorway. It leads into the hall. The door itself is on the floor, knocked off its hinges. I can just about see the gramophone.
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
We should check that next time we're over there. It's the tower opposite this one.
It's too dark back there. I can't really see.
Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope? I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
There's something about Pointer's astronomy habits. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
No sé qué le voy a preguntar, pero lo averiguaremos.
So, Professor, what interests you about astronomy exactly?
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be
expanded.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you ask me these things?
Para nada, hace poco, ¿no?
About you, Professor.
Oh, go on.
¿No te interesa nada la astronomía? Ha descubierto que un meteorito se le dirige a la Tierra. Está intentando que le pongan su nombre a un planeta.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested in a slightly different field of research.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the unimaginably far away.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah, about that.
About that. Vamos a ver. El telescopio de Pointer en realidad estaba mirando la escena del crimen y no hacia el cielo.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First, you accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of, what, spying?
Are
Sí.
you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen, incredibly rare, valuable in ways you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around, both towers and in the gardens too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
Flora? You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
Vamos.
Freya was definitely up to something.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
I know, Mickey, I know. Lo acabo de ver en el mapa.
Maybe we should go back and check. And we could have missed something.
Vale, pero lo voy a dejar aquí porque son las 10 y quiero cenar y dormir.